the Ktinga, and last I left off, I am still on the head, and this part right here, had to put some clamps on it. It was just, it fits really good. It's just, it was so much like pressure trying to get it to, push all the way down. So I had to clamp it, put a little bit of glue on, and we are good to go. So I'm basically ready to, I could put the command bridge on, and I'm basically down to a little bit of the detail parts here, and then just getting it assembled. But I'm going to have to paint. I did get the clear part on, which I'm going to show you all a nice touch they added. If you can see the little arrow, they show you that part goes up. That's a nice touch in model building world, because when I first put it on, I didn't glue it. I was test fitting it, but I did have it upside down, so that was a plus. But anyway, gorgeous kit, and I'm basically down to I need to paint a little bit on it before I really go any further. I want to try to do this around Thanksgiving is what I'm planning on. But the colors, on the other side of the box, they give you the Model Master, which I have pretty much done away with. So we're going to see what the Tamiya acrylic ones are. And the basic color of the whole thing is JA green, maybe a little bit of deep green too. One of the two colors, which to me it's too, I don't want to say too green or too bright green. So I'm going to omit that. I think it's, I will do the darker, I want to say, what's it called? Dark iron, which I don't think I have. I'm going to have to go probably to the hobby store and get me some. But I do like the darker color here, but the green itself, I think it's just too, just a little too green. So I am probably going to go this route. I'm going to go the XF73 green, which what is it? D green, J, G, S, German Defense Force green, which I think is a little more subtle. So I'm going to probably go with that. I'm going to go look through Vallejo and MIG and see what I got that's pretty close to this. More, I don't want to do olive drab. I kind of want to do a kind of a shade, a little more after, a little before you get to olive drab, a little more lighter than that. But I think that'll work. I'm going to probably go with that because JA green, well, we got deep green, we got the JN green, and we got the JA green, which to me, I think, I know he did these for the highlights, but to me it looks, it's just these two greens together. I'd go with that one if I really had to go with it, but I think it's just too green. I just like to have a little more subtle, and I like dirty Klingon ships because I think they're they're ships of war, so they need to be worn out. So anyway, that's where I'm going to go with that. So XF73 will probably be some of the base coat on the Ktinga head. So I want to try to do that in the next few days because I got to paint just a little bit so I can get the get some of this pretty much assembled, get the lights in, and then we can continue on with the rest of the kit. One thing I wanted to do is I thought about doing a conversion kit, and this is the old Fascia Klingon D10, if I ain't mistaken. I think it looks pretty darn slick. I'm really considering doing a vacuum form hull for it, but I don't know if I'm going to do it because, number one, this is a $100 kit, so I don't know if you'd actually want to buy a $100 kit and make a conversion kit, which some might, some won't. Don't know how big of a seller it'd be, but anyway, that's on the back burner, and we'll try to figure out if we want to proceed it or not. But anyway, the Ktinga is taking shape. I didn't get to do anything on the ball tank. The base here, I basically, for my Phantom, I painted it all black just to get the primer coat on. I did paint the door somewhat. There's a little bit of shading in there. I got to do the what are they called? The hinges. And then for the diorama base, I always do this. This is my little sack of sand, kitty litter, oil dry, just a little bit of mixture of everything. That's my go-to type of diorama material. And I just take good old-fashioned wood. white glue, which I've had this for many years, and I noticed they changed the formula because I actually had 2 bottles of this, an older one, this one's the older, and then a newer one, and the newer one dried out before the old one did. But anyway, I take some white glue, I do around the seams and everything where dirt would accumulate, and I just sprinkle it on, pat it down, and then dump the rest off, and then I will paint over that. So that's on the to-do list. I'm going to try to get that painted, see how well it looks, and we'll proceed if we want to make a kit for that, and we'll just go from there. But anyway, the Phantom of the Opera base is taking shape. So anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We are trying to paint the base. We are trying to continue on with the sub-assemblies of the Ktinga, which I am going to call it the IKC Grethor, because I think it needs to have a name, and not the Amar, because the Amar is a different ship. I like to command the Grethor. But anyway, that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.